Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Yin. Today we are listening to another comeback, and I am liking this group more and more each time just because of the style, and it is a K-pop band group. I know not everyone is a fan of bands or pay a lot of attention to them, but all bands are really good too, so check them out, and this is one of my favorite K-pop bands as well. So the name of the group we're listening to is N.Flying, and yeah, they have a lot of great songs and also very meaningful and touching as well. Lots of catchy choruses too. The name of the song we're listening to is Sober. So I can't really tell based on the title if it's upbeat or more chill or even slow. I'm guessing it might be in the mid-range, like not super upbeat intense, but also not like a ballad, that type of speed. But we will check it out very soon, so let's find out right now. Even though I am liking N.Flying, I have yet to know their names, so thank you for your patience, and maybe you can help me out throughout this MV. But we first see this member here. It looks like he is in an airplane just because of the seats and also the window right here, so it could be he's traveling somewhere. But that's it for now, so I guess we'll enjoy the song Sober by N.Flying.
어지러웠어 나는 자기고 내 속맘엔 어떤 벽 같은 게 날 가둬놨었어 외로움이 날 깨웠을 때 뒤로 오지 말라 난 했었고 평생 유일하던 너를 어둠에서 너를 묻어놔 사람이 아니고서 맨정신일 리가 없다고 멀쩡해 그만됐어 후회하지 않냐고 너처럼 날 내버려둬 I can't bring myself to realize that you are not sober so we are over I'm really sober get on my mind Hey 널 수 없는 순간에 무릎 꿇고 발목 잡아보고 원해봐도 돌아갈 순 없어 anymore 멀쩡한 척하는데 뭘 해야 할지 모르겠어 이런 적은 처음이라서 속으로 울고 있어 사람이 아니고서 맨정신일 리가 없다고 멀쩡해 그만됐어 후회하지 않냐고 너처럼 날 내버려둬 I can't bring myself to realize that 뭘 알아 대체 나에 대해 이때 다시 번 그냥 다 사라져버려 지금이면 난 괜찮아 사람이 아니고서 맨정신일 리가 없다고 멀쩡해 그만됐어 후회하지 않냐고 너처럼 날 내버려둬 I can't bring myself to realize that you are not sober so we are over I'm really sober get on my mind you are not sober so we are over I'm really sober get on my mind
So they survived the crash? Okay, there were lots of things to look at too, and of course vocals and instruments, and I think it was definitely a lot slower paced than some of the songs I've listened to by them, but I think there are some things that I noticed and we'll share, and if you agree or disagree, let me know, or if you notice something else, please share as well, just because I don't really know what they're saying except like sober, so I'm guessing it might be like a love relationship with the turbulence and all, but let's start from the beginning. So one member is looking out, and then we see that they're actually on an airplane, like N flying, ha ha ha, like I love that pun. And so we just see them doing their own things, and it just looks very cozy. I wish I can, you know, be in first class. That would be pretty like awesome. But we see the cameraman later on panning to the other members. One was sleeping in the back. He's doing work. He's drinking his coffee. He's reading a book, right? Realistic things that can happen. Except this airplane is like beautiful. I would love to ride on it. And so we just see while we listen to them, you know, sing. And then we have this part which I thought was really cool because it all worked out really well. Like he was singing, but then the other member, you know, was singing his part on that screen while we get to see all the other members playing their instruments, and for some reason that just was really cool for me, that timing, and I wanted to know like how did they pre-record and how to make sure they're all on the same page, you know, when recording. So I just thought that was really nice, even though I don't know why it's set up in this way, but it looked pretty cool. And so he is in charge of maybe like the higher range and hitting those high notes later, which I always look forward to. But yeah, so we get to see both of the vocalists, you know, facing the camera, and then others are playing the drums and strumming and etc. I noticed that their instruments are really cool though. Like his guitar has this really bright color here, and then the drum is almost like gold or light gold. I don't know if it's like, you know, the instruments they're used to playing, you know, for practice, or they purposely, you know, got customized ones for this MV, but I'm really liking the instruments too. They're really pretty. And I'm glad that even though they didn't have any parts to sing, right, they still got some camera time as well, which is good. But we first see this type of setting, you know, great weather, lots of beautiful like green sprouting behind them, and then we notice there's this turbulence going on. And when the turbulence came, the background changed and it got cloudier, and then their song got more and more intense during that time. So it really built up that feeling or mood when that happened. And we can see the plane is, you know, shaking a lot. They're all worried. They're like, what's going on? And then we see the sky is slowly changing and everyone's like, what's happening? We see lightning storms and rain, and it just got really intense and kind of the climax of the song. And then we finally passed that part and bubbles appeared. If only we know that turbulence is over because bubbles come out. Like that's that would be pretty cool. But they then see bubbles. I'm not sure if this is like a love story or something similar. Maybe like the hard parts have passed and now it's bubbles. But you know, it's looking brighter. There's that bright light that we flew through, and I was like, are we in space or under the sea with all the bubbles? But then it seems like we have moved on and the sky is brighter over there, so I'm sure there is more meaning to it, but hopefully I'm kind of close. If not, let me know. I would love to know the answer. And then we see the background, clear skies, right? The weather looks nicer and him hitting the high notes, but there's also more like a sunset or sunrise feel. So again, hopeful, change, freshness, newness is just over the horizon. So that's what I got from the song. But then I saw the plane land in a very odd place, but then they're, you know, looking into the camera, looking good, but I just wasn't sure, you know, what that meant, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm just guessing and making all these things up, but the chorus was catchy, though it's slower pace, so it's catchy in a different way, you know, but you know it's coming, and it's nice to see them not only sing individually but also harmonize. There wasn't any rapping, which is not necessary just because of this mood and feel. It's not always required to have rapping, but I feel like their voices do do a good job, you know, just with voices and instruments too. It's great. Even though, oh, am I blocking someone? Pardon me. Shrink. Zoom in a bit. Zoom out a bit. Okay. So, he was the one that was sleeping. He didn't get a lot of camera time, unfortunately, but he had a little bit more. Remember his poofy hair, and I think he's the leader. We saw him from the beginning, and of course the two vocalists had more screen time as well. But yeah, I should get to know their name ASAP. I mean, it's been a while listening to them, but with so many groups, and I'm really bad at like pronunciation. I hope I don't butcher their names, but you can tell me who is who based on this picture. That would be nice, as I would like to get to know them more besides just listening to them. Yeah, so tell me what you thought. Were they not sober when it was during the turbulence? Because that sober sign was out, you know, like a warning sign. I don't know, but please share your thoughts. Continue to support N.Flying. Enjoy sober many times. Hopefully you're sober too, so you can enjoy it to the fullest. But anywho, thank you for watching, and I will see you another time. Bye.